she knows that she is suffering from migraine. She walks into the clinic or to the hospital once in annually, once or twice. Gets the medicine, goes home. Then I didn't hear anything from her for the next 2 years. I happened to meet her brother. I asked her what happened to her. So I was told that she has relocated. She got married and she has relocated to Dubai. So I got heard from her at all after that. Then suddenly she appears in the clinic one evening, directly from the airport to the clinic with full load of luggage in the car and husband helping her to walk into the clinic. And her complaint is headache as usual. And she found it difficult to walk also. Husband was trying to help. And I did a complete EMD examination, asked her a few questions, and each time the husband was trying to interfere, she said, "She doctor, you know her very well." I said, "Yes." And she is a known case of migraine. You give her some sedative, she sleeps well, and she'll be fine. I said, I didn't say I had to answer to that. Then she was not able to sit properly in the clinic. So I asked her a few questions. Then again he interfered. So he was sedative. By the time she sleeps, she is fine. For the last 5 days, she did not sleep at all. And good sleep is more than enough. I didn't answer to her. Then I asked, "Is this the worst headache you ever had?" The answer was yes. Is the headache been increasing for past 3-4 days? The answer was yes. Are you in a state of confusion and weakness? Even that she could not answer, she was weak. She said yes. Is the nausea or vomiting increasing? She said very much. Even in the airport, in the car, we had to stop. She vomited and came back. Then again the husband interfered. "Sir, you know her, she is known case of migraine, a sedation, and a night sleep. Last 5 days she did not sleep, so a sedation will be enough." I did not answer to her. I kept on asking 4 questions over. The answer for all the 4 questions was yes. Any past history, recent past history of any major accident? She said no. Any incident of recent COVID, reinfection with COVID? She said no. Any recent history of any malignancy? She said no. So out of these 8 questions, red flag, which the doctor already explained, from the ENT point of view, the general point of view, for 4 questions she said yes. Then I said, okay, I'll give you a letter, go to our hospital, check the BP. BP was low. It was something like 100/80, 110/80, and pulse was also low. And I gave her a letter, go to the hospital, get a drip, get a shot of injection, and get a CT scan. Though again the husband interfered. So we all doing all this in the morning. 1 tablet is it. I said, you take this step to go to the hospital. So after say about half an hour, I called to the hospital. I talked to the main staff. Then I was told that the patient has already left us. Called. The brother called and told me her sister passed it. So what we think as a small normal headache, normal everything, privacy headache, the very common thing which every one of us we have experienced. Young patient, in spite of having all the facilities, lost her mother. Then I asked her brother what happened in the hospital. We went to the neighbor hospital. She was asked for immediate CT. And the resuscitation was done this. He said this. What they said something. So that's the information I have. So we cannot neglect it as a life of a person. So we should know. That one word headache. Whatever you keep on asking the question, he'll keep on be silent, the husband will keep on interfering, the bystander will keep on interfering. Sir, we came for headache. You ask some different question. You go to ophthalmology. No, sir, she is wearing the specs. We have seen the ophthalmologist 6 months back only. everything is fine. Give a medicine, they will decide on the medicine. And we have ChatGPT and even the medicine they tell us. Now, we have to find the reason, or the mind does not know. So, unless we have a thorough knowledge of what is happening, what are the different causes of headache, is it in my department, is it for me, is it for the ophthalmologist, is it for the neurologist, or is it for the psychiatrist, whom I am going to refer to. So, today, from the ENT point of view and some neurology point of view, I will give you some important points concerning headache. So, headache, we have so many different classifications. It can be simply classified as primary headache and secondary headache. So, primary headache, 90%, which is most common, where you don't have a particular reason, it goes up very fast. The next 10%, I see most of them writing down in the notes. Can you give me some time? I'll give you a happy news. Just give us 15 minutes, I'll give you good news. So, the secondary headache, which is most common, and we are going to deal with that. You just concentrate the slide, I'll give you good news. So, our great grandmaster from Austria, he has classified as sinus headache, non-sinus headache, and headache related to complex causes. We will see, we will go through the whole thing, starting from the history taking and covering all the different types of headache. When we study MBBS, when we have ENT posting and ophthalmology posting, we students and the teachers, we give importance to ophthalmology. It's not very easy to study, but ENT is very easy. We have to revise 2 or 3 times to understand, unless you have a good teacher and good presentation like how we had today, with good pictures. Understanding ophthalmology is very difficult. But ENT is not like that. Even overnight reading will be enough.